Okay, everybody, thank you and welcome to this evening and a presentation that's been asked for by our members. Before I go any further, I just want you all to please put yourselves on mute and please switch your cameras on. And to remind everybody that we will actually be recording this presentation so that those who can't attend it this evening will be able to watch back later. So if I could ask you all to go on to mute and to switch your cameras off, that would be great. Thank you, because it can be a little bit distracting for the presenters if they can see people wandering around. Just to give you a bit of a lineup for this evening, I'm afraid I'm up first. Just to give you a bit of an introduction about PCF, for those of you who aren't sure about what PCF is and what we do and how we can help support you. And then we'll be moving on to Sharon, who's going to talk to you about wills and trusts, and she's from Peace of Mind. So thank you very much for joining us on this evening. I appreciate that. And then we've got Claire and the team, I should actually say, from, they're going to go through some benefits for us, and they're from the Cheshire and Merseyside Carers Trust. Okay, so yeah, last reminder, please switch your microphones on to mute. I can hear somebody rumbling in the background, and also switch your cameras off would be perfect. Thank you. Okay, so what is I'm just letting people in as I go. What is the Parent Carer Forum? Well, the Parent Carer Forum is a representative body for parents and carers and young people with special educational needs and disabilities. And our aim is to make sure that the services in Cheshire West and Chester meets the needs of disabled children and their families. We are funded by the Department for Education, and there are 156 parent carer forums across the whole of the UK. And the Department for Education thought that it was important to ensure that parents and carers who have children with SEND had a voice, and we are that voice. We are made up of, I'll go through that, we are made up of a steering group of parent volunteers. And so what we do and what we don't do is we do represent the voices of families with children with SEND. We are led by parent volunteers who sit on our steering group, and they sit alongside the professionals who work in education, health and social care. We signpost families to relevant third party and third sectors. So that could be the Cheshire and Warrington Carers Trust. It could be other fantastic organisations like Down Syndrome Cheshire. But what we don't do is we're not a support group, and we don't work for the local authority. And sometimes we have to make it clear both to the local authority that we don't work for them, and also for you guys. You need to know that we're independent of the local authority and the NHS and the CCGs. And forums are not allowed to campaign. So the Department for Education do not want us out on the streets saying that, making sure that they're being held to account in that way. They don't want us campaigning about changes in legislation or whatever else. They want us to work alongside them, alongside the other 156 parent carer forums, so that they are hearing our voices, but we're not campaigning as I say, on the streets. We're actually working alongside them. Okay, so this is our steering group. This is our latest steering group, and it makes me sad and happy in the same breath that actually we've got one of our ex-steering group members here today, Bob, who was my vice chair until very recently. But I'm also thrilled to say we have our new vice chair on the call this evening, Vanessa. So these are all the names here at the PCF representatives at the bottom. We are all parent volunteers, and we all have children who have special educational needs and disabilities from a whole range of different backgrounds. So my son Josh, many of you may know, he's got Down syndrome, and he's also got something called achondroplasia, which is the most common form of dwarfism. We've got people who have got children who've got global development delay, autism, a whole broad range and cross-section of different abilities, I'm going to say, are represented on our steering group. Okie dokie. So the plans for this year, as we are at the start of the academic year, this is our first of the forums, and we've taken your feedback, And certainly for those working parents, you were really keen to make sure that we had an evening session, at least one evening session. So this is a minimum that we're going to do this year. We do plan to have coffee events and other things going on as well. So this is our first virtual forum, and then we will be hosting our 3 in-person forums too. I'd really encourage you to go and look at our website, and you can book on any of these events online on our website. Okay.